It's finally here, the 52 Chevy Styleline Deluxe Coupe, Tenacious. It's been a long time coming, but we're ready to show it off. A few months ago, we shared some updates on this 52 Chevy project that we were putting together as it was starting to take shape. Well, now, after over 5,000 hours of work by all the guys in the shop, we are ready to debut this thing at the Triple Crown out in Tennessee in September, and it just happens to coincide with our 25th anniversary of Vesho's Customizing, being around building cool cars. Jeff brought us this car. Was his father-in-law's car that his wife rode in years ago back on the farm. And we built a couple cars with him, so we wanted to come up with something super crazy and super different. This car started out pretty worn, torn, regular 52 Chevy, stripped it all down, came up with some ideas, worked together with Ben Hermance, and he drew us up a couple designs. The ideas looked pretty good, and then as we all kind of worked together and come up with different things, we really kind of came into a nice, smooth, very different looking 50s bubbly kind of car that gives it a much sleeker, sportier look. We pancaked the hood and the trunk, chopped the top just a little, just enough that you could, notice that something's different, something's updated. We did a little homage to later 50s cars. We did a headlight treatment, looks like a little bit like a 55 Chevy. We put a 58 Corvette taillight in the rear. As we were looking, it just seemed to follow really nicely with the back of that quarter panel. We incorporated some 60 Chevy pickup wheel lips. Normally they're just squared off or flat, and we thought, oh, just a little extra flair there. So every piece of this car, the body, is smooth and flows into the next piece. The extended rockers gives you a different door line and how the fender sits. The grille work is almost stock looking without some of the mesh in between to give you a look at the intercooler, show you what's under the hood. Bumpers have both been flipped and smoothed out, tucked tight to the body. We retained the beltline chrome, made new chrome for around the window and the side uppers, which most people, when they customize these cars, they just get rid of that stuff. To set the stance on this car, which is a big deal on all these cars, is how they sit and how they ride. Giving it an updated performance, we went with an Art Morrison chassis, which fit perfect under here. We recreated the whole floor to sit around that chassis nicely, so underneath it looks just as nice as it does on top. And then we went to Mast Motorsports, and they built us an 850 horse LS3 with a Whipple blower on there. It is super cool looking, super cool sounding, and we'll see how fast we can get it going without wrecking stuff. Just like the exterior, the interior is totally custom. The dash is all custom made. The seats, trunk panels, door panels, roof, all that's wrapped in this cool orange. The color choices came from obviously the blue of the car that we wanted some in, and then we thought of making the engine bright orange so it'd stand out in that engine bay. Then we found a cool orange leather to really tie it all together. These cars take a fair amount of time. They can take a few years to do. You get real tied in with the client and you work together. It's quite a process, and that part is almost more enjoyable than the end product. It sounds kind of funny. We like to look at them and they look good, but then when you're done, it's like, oh, now you come up with more ideas and do something else. But these big jobs, they're a lot of work. They're stressful, they're fun, they're creative, and it's just good to get them out and have other people see them, and everybody bounces ideas off each other. That's why this industry just keeps growing. We are super excited to finally have this thing done and get it out, debut it at Triple Crown in Tennessee. Follow us along for other builds and see where this car might show up at other Good Guys events or shows around the country.